It's your girl Bree and I am back with another video. So in today's video we are going to talk about things you wish you would have known before having your baby, and things that you wish you would have done in those first couple of months or so, not only for your baby but for yourself. So before we get into this video, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. All right, so let's get into it. So before I get into this list, I did reach out to a couple of my friends and some family, and I asked them the same question that I asked myself, like what, was hard. So after I go through mine, I'm definitely going to go through their list and see the things that they said, that they wish they would have done, better, or wish they would have known before. And a lot of my friends have older kids, like 10 and like 5, and like between the ages of 10 and like a little baby. So I asked them those questions because you want to know. And if you see me looking down, I have this little baby monitor here and I'm just checking on to make sure he's still asleep. So being the first one for me would be being patient and trust the process. For me, I thought I was really patient. I really did. But I'm not as patient as I thought I was. And with saying being patient and trusting the process is you look at other babies, you're like, well, why isn't my baby doing this? Or why is my baby doing that? And you can't compare an apple with an orange. You just can't do that. And every baby's development is different. You can't expect, if my son started walking at 9 months and then somebody else's baby isn't walking and they're 12 months, it's just different. Some babies want to do things and some babies don't, and they move at their own pace, and that is fine. So trust the process. You're doing everything that you need to be doing, and don't second guess yourself because you're doing a great job. Number 2, not being so hard on yourself. This kind of goes with the last question, but I can be very extremely hard on myself about the smallest thing, like over the moon, like calm down, girl, get your panties out a bunch and just get it together. I am very hard on myself, and every day I try to work better about not being so hard on myself. It's definitely a day-to-day working thing, but don't be so hard on yourself. Being a mother is a hard job, and you're tired and you're hungry. It's just a lot that comes with it. Just don't be hard on yourself, and you're doing great. Like, it's okay. Number 3 for me is breastfeeding. I wish that I was a little bit more educated before he was here. I went through so much stuff. Like when he was first born, we had a doctor's appointment, and I was like, I'm going to take, 4 ounces because he's only drinking 2 ounces every 2 hours, and 4 ounces would be perfect because we're not going to be gone long. So if he drank a little bit more than the 2 ounces, everything will be fine. So when I go into my diaper bag to get his bottle, the bottle was completely empty. And at this time, I wasn't breastfeeding him directly from my breast because they were engorged. It was just a lot of pain, and I just didn't want to do it. I just wanted to do it directly, bottle, mouth, that no breast. I was over that. Until I couldn't feed him, and even when I tried, he wouldn't latch on. And so from that day till now, I definitely worked on, I was like, I have to teach him how to breastfeed because I don't want to ever be in that situation where I cannot feed him and we be asked out like this. And that was tough on me. I wish, like, when people come to me and ask me questions, I try to give them the best advice that I can, but I do recommend, if you need help with breastfeeding, please contact a lactation consultant. I'm not one, but if you have questions and you need some, I can get it to you the best way I can. But like I said, I'm not no lactation consultant, so I can't give you factual things. I can just give you things that I went through it. Number 4, teething. Okay, this one right here, honey. This one. My son's teething has been god awful. And I feel like it was from the jump. Like when he was maybe like 3 months, he started teething. And the front 2 teeth, those were the worst ones, I thought, until he started getting these back ones, like the molars kind of ones back there. That is terrible. Right now, he's getting about 4 to 5 teeth at once. And I'm be glad when all of them have come through, because I'm tired, okay? I'm just gonna be real. I'm tired. And waking up at 4 a.m. every day has been rough, but you know, we got to work through it. That's what us moms have to do. Number 5. So with number 5 is be prepared to lose some friends. Unfortunately, everybody don't understand that you can't be what you were before, and you don't really have the time. And if they can't understand that and sympathize with that, now that you're a mother and you have a responsibility and you put your kid first, then they didn't deserve you to begin with. And that's all I got to say about that one, because that's facts. If they don't understand it, then they don't deserve you, period. Number 6. So number 6 is don't be mad at your spouse. That could be he or she, whatever, you know, your spouse is. But don't be mad at them because they're sleeping and you're up with the baby late at night and you can't believe the audacity of them sitting there sleeping while you're up at 3 a.m. with this crying baby. Don't be mad. You know, just don't be mad. You're the mother. You do it. Don't complain, because that baby needs you. Period. The crazy thing is, when Casey was first born, Cody's more of a night person and I'm more of like, I could wake up early and be fine. So he would have him at nighttime and I would have him during the day in the morning. So work as a team. We just have to work as a team. Number 7. So number 7 is your team. The people who, when you need a break and you're feeling overwhelmed, that you have them. Which I have a phenomenal team. So if I need a break, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, I know if they're available that they will take him, no questions asked. And I appreciate them more than they know. So shout out to the Stargell family, because they always got my back. Number 8. This is an important one. Number 8. Okay? Self-care. Sometimes we get lost in the sauce and it's baby, 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 baby. And this is me. Because I'm working on, you know, not giving so much of myself and making sure I'm taking care of me first. Because if I'm not good, I can't be good for him. I need to be good for him at all times. So self-care, whatever you like to do by yourself, do it. Go get your nails, your toes done. Go to the, not really the movies. This ain't the time to be going to no movies. But, you know, with this whole pandemic going on, it's kind of stopping everybody from doing things that they normally do. So do things like paint a picture or paint your nails or do your hair or do things that you like to do. If it needs to be a day, a couple of hours while the baby is sleeping, that's what I do a lot. While he's sleeping, I try to do as much as I can for myself, because it's important. If you don't feel good, you can't be good for them. And it's important to be good for them because they deserve it, because they did not ask to be here. So you have to make sure you're good for them. Number 9 is not feeling like your old self. I struggle with this one. It was hard. It's still hard. You know, your body is preparing for something that you've never done before. If it's your first time, and this is speaking just to first time moms. It's hard. You're gaining weight. You're hormonal as hell. You cry like instantly. Like, I'm already emotional, and pregnancy was like, holy hell. But you just have a lot of stuff going on with yourself that you kind of get lost. And then you're like, well, I want to be like who I was before I had the baby. And honey, let that girl go, because you will never be her again, and that is perfectly fine. Because not saying that that person you were before didn't deserve your baby, but the person you are becoming is something beautiful. And I know it's hard, because it's hard for me. Like, dang, I used to be, this, that, and the other, but you can't go back and change time. Things have already happened. So don't be so hard on yourself about number 10, okay? It's okay to cry. You have good days, you have bad days. Just cry. I mean, yeah, it's dumb to cry, but just cry. Because it's better to get it all out. Because you're going to have those days where you're like, shit, I just need to cry. And just cry. It feels better afterwards sometimes. And talk to somebody. Have people that you are able to talk to. I have a couple of friends that I can call, and they help me because they're moms themselves, and I'm like, I just need some advice. And I just need somebody to hear me out, or I just need somebody to talk to. Not saying that my boyfriend doesn't do that for me, because he does, but it's like a woman to woman thing. They understand where I'm coming from, and so just cry it out. It's okay to cry. It's 100% okay to cry. And that's all of my list. So now let's get to what my people said. So here's some things that my friends have said. So the first one is fear of not making them happy. And although we all think that, you can't, because you make them happy just by, do things you do on a daily. And some of them can't express it, that they're so happy, but you can see by the smallest smile on their face that they're happy or where they at. The second thing she said is stick to a routine. It's easier, which is true, because when I follow a routine that changes, I feel like every other week, I feel in a better space. But right now with a teething, routine is hard, okay? One of my other friends said, even when they get on your nerves, you still have to tell them you love them, which is true. You should always tell your child that you love them, despite whatever they do, okay? You have to love them regardless. Don't embarrass them in public. Don't be doing that. I'll be seeing some people, and I seen some little kid a couple weeks ago at Home Depot get a whooping, and you could tell the embarrassment that he had on his face. Like, dang, mom, you couldn't wait till we got to the car at home. Don't do that. That's not necessary. Another person, postpartum depression. Nobody really talks about that. A lot of women experience it. I think I experienced it for a little bit. Maybe within the first 6 months of his life, I just had a lot going on, and it seemed like no matter what I did, nothing got better. So definitely that. And also, this person recently had a baby, and she tested positive for COVID-19, and she didn't know until she was about to go into labor. So that probably triggered her postpartum depression. I can only imagine being pregnant in this pandemic is god awful, because it's scary. I mean, it's scary for me, and I'm not even pregnant. So I could only imagine that it's scary, because you don't want your baby to be, sick or anything like that. So, I'm glad that she got through that, and her and the baby are healthy at this moment. But with all that being said, I just had a few things to say today. Like I said in the beginning, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and ring that bell, okay? Ring that bell. Ring that bell so you can get notified anytime I post a video. I guess that's all I have to say today. I'm working on trying to post at least 5 videos a week. Hopefully I can do that. I can't make any promises, because like this is a lot, but I enjoy it. And so I hope everybody's having a great day. This is my last video for the week. Enjoy your weekend.